We also did not include in the discussion teachers. And teachers, for me, you can't implement any of the technology if your teachers do not have the devices, and I mean devices, in their hands, and all of the things that they're trying to use with students available to them on those devices. We visited schools in Seattle that made the mistake of putting some of their apps on the teacher laptop, but not on the teacher presentation computer that was a desktop in the classroom. So the teacher had to either stay at work and couldn't use the mobility that laptop gave them to develop presentations because the presentation software never left the classroom. Or if they wanted to present from somewhere else in the room with the laptop, they couldn't because the presentation software wasn't on the laptop again. So, you have to make this usable for the teachers and doable for the teachers. They can't have those kinds of issues blocking their ability to give instruction and do what they need to do.
But don't the teachers also, you'll probably tell me this is coming up, because all my questions are coming up.
No,
doesn't that mean that we also have to provide our teachers the professional development that they need to be able to run those devices?
Yes.
Because it's no good to hand it to them and not...
We need to do that, but what I'm saying is I see us at least supporting teachers with a laptop and a tablet in everybody's hand. I can see a possibility of a teacher needing a desktop as their presentation machine that does stay in their classroom and handles the very complex software it takes to run those presentation boards and things. I could see them needing a laptop to take with them and do their work day in and day out. I could see them needing a tablet for other applications. Tablets have very specific applications they're needed for that you can't do on anything else. That's what they're designed for.
And they can't open up other things because they're not meant to.
Yes. So, yes, we need to train our staff, but we need to get our head wrapped around the fact that we're going to spend $2,000 or $3,000 per staff member to outfit them with what they need in order to function effectively in this environment. And we can't expect them to function effectively and not put in their hands the equipment that's needed to model and prepare and do the things that they need to do in the classroom.
Are you including training in this section?
Training will be a whole presentation separate from this, and we'll talk about what we need to do with staff in those terms. But I'm trying to stick to the device side of this conversation today and what we need to do in terms of budgeting for devices.
And do you feel that all teachers need all three of those devices, or do you feel like some teachers could?
I believe that very few teachers will be effective without the devices in the near future.
Thank you.
Very few. And when I say that, I'm talking the pottery teacher maybe is the kind of teacher I'm thinking that you don't need to mix clay with an iPad. That's not going to happen.
But
else,
I can sure see reasons to use it.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I can see lots of reasons.
But I'm just saying it's going to be really hard to do your job. There's applications for the football coach right now on an iPad where you can hold the iPad up during a play, record the play, and then show the chalk talk discussion that was presented from the iPad before the game and what the players actually did on the field. And you can mirror that right over the top of it. So you go in at halftime and you say, this was the play, here's where you were, here's where you were, here's where you were, and here's where you should have been according to our drawing. That's an app on the iPad right now for coaches. So I don't know which arena this doesn't affect us in.
Even the PE teacher. If I had someone showing me what I did wrong with my back hamstrings, instead of the old video equipment, you can correct things instantly by letting children view things.
Yeah, you're talking about what we just dreamed of as coaching equipment back in the day, which can happen just with an iPad in your hand.